Coming up on the Monday edition of Carolina Week.
A virus is spreading and antibiotics are no help for this strain.
Plus, we'll tell you why all construction on campus shut down for an hour Monday.
In sports, could Saturday's win against the Wolfpack turn the season around?
Plus, a look at your Carolina Week 4-day forecast.
Carolina Week starts right now.
From the School of Journalism and Mass Communication at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, this is Carolina Week.
Hello and welcome to the September 26th edition of Carolina Week. I'm Shaheen Sayal.
And I'm Philip Jones. Email has become one of the primary communication tools on campus.
And it's also become a prime target for spammers. Lydia Garlikov joins us now in the studio with more about two things we've all come to hate, spam and viruses. Lydia?
Shaheen, as a student or faculty member, you depend on your email. So when you get an email that says you have to confirm your account by clicking on a link or else your account will be suspended within 24 hours, you click on the link, right? Wrong. Started last Wednesday. Hundreds of students got mail, but not what they were hoping for.
I'm here because I have a virus and my computer keeps popping up all this porn that's not mine. It's ridiculous.
There was a deluge of traffic Monday at the undergraduate library's computer help desk. Students lined up to have their computers fixed and the virus removed. If you need to check out a loaner laptop, get in line. A lot of people have the same problem, so it will be a couple of days. And the problem isn't just viruses like this latest admin virus.
I feel important because I'm like 20 new messages and I'm thinking it's personal, but it's not. It's just spam.
When I checked my email today, I had 7 spam messages of my own. I guess someone thought I'd be interested in buying prescriptions online. After all, I'd save 80%. I wonder if the discount applies to Viagra. You can report spam emails through the Report as Spam link, but don't be surprised if unwanted email keeps showing up in your inbox. ITS says it's working to stop the spread of the email virus and is filtering spam, but the one person allowed to speak with us wasn't around Monday. UNC does offer a spam filter, and you can choose your settings at mail.unc.edu/spam.
But Lydia, does the filter really block spam?
The experts say it does, Shaheen, but it is complicated. I needed to get help setting it up for my own email account, and you may as well.
Lydia Garlikov reporting from the studio.
A deadly construction accident on campus has left a family in mourning and workers concerned. Sean Maroney joins us in the newsroom with more information from the construction contractor. Sean?
A representative of Barnhill told me David Phillips was an employee of Chandler Concrete and not the university. Let's go to the graphic and I'll show you where it happened. There are 8 main areas of construction on campus. Thursday's accident occurred on Pittsboro Street on the left side of your screen. Now, each morning, the left lane is closed on this street for concrete trucks to park. Phillips was one of these drivers. According to witnesses, his truck rolled on top of him and dragged him 65 feet where it trapped him. This is the second workplace fatality to happen on campus this year. The first occurred near the Cobb Residence Hall site on the upper portion of your screen about 2 months ago. 11 to noon Monday marked a safety stand-down, and all construction stopped on campus and workers attended safety meetings. Officials say they hope to prevent another accident, Phil.
Sean Maroney in the newsroom. Thanks, Sean. Well, UNC is supposed to be a pedestrian-friendly campus, but with so much construction, many students are left looking for alternate routes to class. Most campus thoroughfares are already congested with pedestrians and vehicles, but large safety fences like these and trucks, in addition to construction projects, are jockeying for position with pedestrians. The UNC Department of Public Safety stresses that both drivers and pedestrians should take additional care when construction projects cause traffic problems. DPS spokesman Randy Young says people should always use good judgment when walking through campus.
So basically, the two big things I think that we need to put forward are at-marked crosswalks, particularly in heavy traffic areas or with approaching vehicles, and do not cross against the marked signals at intersections.
You can learn more about DPS's Yield to Heals program on our website, carolinaweek.org.
Who says college students aren't interested in politics? This week, members of UNC's Kappa Alpha sorority attended the 8th Annual Public Policy Conference in Washington, D.C. Nationally known speakers addressed the current political state of the nation and the need for reform. AK sorority members posed questions in hopes of creating solutions to some of the nation's most pressing problems. The conference concluded with remarks from Congressional Black Caucus Chairman Mel Watt. He thinks race and class played a role in the evacuation of New Orleans.
The people in the path of Katrina were given 24, 48 hours of notice saying get out. And if that happened in every country, every city, every community in America, the people who would get out of harm's way are the people who have the means to get out of harm's way.
The conference had the highest attendance in its 8-year history with nearly 400 participants.
Business is the most popular major at UNC, and this week students in the B School have something to brag about. Business majors are even more excited about walking up the steps to Kenan-Flagler Business School. The Wall Street Journal released its business school rankings last week, and Kenan-Flagler ranked 9th in the nation among public and private universities, up 2 spots from last year. The rankings are based on the number of corporations that had previously recruited at the university or had plans to do so. UNC senior Gina Nguyen says she expected Kenan-Flagler to be highly ranked.
I'm really excited about the rankings. I think Kenan-Flagler is a great school, and honestly, I'm not surprised that we've ranked so well in so many publications because just experiencing the teachers and the classes, there's nothing but quality work there.
Forbes magazine also recently ranked Kenan-Flagler the 14th best business school in the nation. Well, some of those B School students and other seniors dressed up in their Sunday best recently to attend the last general career fair of the fall. Seniors talked with more than 250 local employers offering paid internships and full-time jobs. In addition to career fairs, University Career Services is planning networking nights, offering students an opportunity to meet and mingle with local professionals of all major fields.
Students on South Campus have waited a long time to have a place to call their own.
Well, they're going to have to share it with the rest of us, and then we'll be able to exercise our chance to go to the big dance.
I helped turn my child's public school into a whole new kind of school. One with a curriculum that really motivates kids. One that has extended hours, 6 days a week, year-round. With loads of academic, cultural, and recreational activities. One that has support services like medical and dental right there. A school where parents' involvement is encouraged, where teachers have more time to teach, and students are excited about learning. There's just one problem. My child doesn't ever want to come home. You can help turn your school into a community school for excellence. Find out how. Call 1-877-LOVE-TO-LEARN.
Hurricane Katrina had a major impact on the price of gas in North Carolina, and many feared another strong Gulf storm, Rita, would make matters even worse. Carolina Week's Ada Wilson has more.
After the chaos that erupted from Hurricane Katrina, many motorists feared that gas prices would continue to rise when Hurricane Rita made its way to the Gulf Coast. And some say that in certain areas of North Carolina, this tends to be true.
I've seen it jump 4 times in one day at Nags Head.
In some parts of the state, gas shot up to $3.22, but in Chapel Hill, prices remained steady. They even dropped a bit. And unlike the mayhem that occurred pre-Katrina, motorists did not flock to the gas stations, no white bags lined the pumps, and it seemed like business as usual in Chapel Hill.
The Attorney General's office told Carolina Week that they received more than 600 complaints concerning gas prices, but they reassured us that price gouging laws are in full effect.
A spokesperson from the office said, "We are making sure gas stations and convenience stores aren't taking advantage of our consumers," and he is keeping his promises. By early Sunday morning, gas prices dropped another penny, and local motorists paid less to fill up. So while oil rigs close in Texas and Rita leaves the coast, gas prices in North Carolina remain steady. at least for now. In Chapel Hill, I'm Ada Wilson, Carolina Week.
Hurricane Rita hasn't yet affected Chapel Hill the way most people feared, but the price of gas is still a concern in the area. Are you used to seeing gas prices that look like this? If you were to travel another mile or a half down the road, you'd find 3 gas stations with prices 10 cents cheaper. The least expensive gas in Chapel Hill is located on the 1200 block of Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Driver Mike Plummer is trying to save a few cents a gallon and doesn't understand why prices went up so much so fast.
It's crazy. It's going to get where nobody can afford to travel anymore.
Despite Rita's threatening oil rigs in the Gulf, gas prices are expected to fall in the coming weeks.
For teenagers, learning how to drive is hard enough. Adding a cell phone to the mix is often a recipe for disaster. The National Transportation Safety Board is encouraging states to make it illegal for teenagers to talk on cell phones while they're driving. Jane Stutz is an associate director at the Highway Safety Research Center. She says the Safety Board's recommendation to restrict cell phone use for young drivers is a good idea.
Many things that they need to think about and concentrate and focus their attention on when they're driving. And the research clearly shows that just the cognitive distraction of talking on a phone can be very dangerous for any driver.
Car accidents are the leading cause of death for teenagers nationwide. 11 states and the District of Columbia already restrict or completely ban cell phone use for teen and adult drivers. Well, The Birth of a Nation was a benchmark in the art of film, but it was also blatantly racist, glorifying the Ku Klux Klan and reinforcing negative stereotypes of African Americans.
Now, 90 years later, a disc jockey is reinterpreting the controversial film. Paul Miller, also known as DJ Spooky, That Subliminal Kid, presented Rebirth of a Nation Friday night at Memorial Hall. Every time he does a show, Miller re-edits the film digitally to his own music compositions so that each performance is different. The original film was so racist, the Ku Klux Klan used it for years to recruit new members. Miller says the way he shows the film highlights the racial overtones so that a modern-day audience can view it differently.
When you remix something, you're changing something out in the world. You kind of just take, and make your own version, your own selection of it. So what I'm saying is that perhaps we need to meditate on this a little bit to think about how America existed in the past and maybe think about where we're going in the future.
Miller says if you want to try your hand at remixing The Birth of a Nation, he plans to post pieces of the film on his website.
The Rams Head Center is finally open on South Campus. The new gym had its grand opening celebration Friday night, and there was something for everyone's taste buds, with cotton candy, hot dogs, and popcorn. There were even a few special guests who came to celebrate, including the UNC Accordants. As well as the dance group Opeo. While some celebrated outside, others put the gym to good use. Staff members say Rams Head is a great addition to South Campus.
Rams Head does provide different services in the SRC, and we're proud of that. The rock climbing wall and the indoor track, it just kind of helps diversify what campus recreation does.
Rams Head offers 3 courts for volleyball or basketball. There's also weight training and cardio areas and a multi-purpose studio for dance classes and other uses. Nature lovers have a new playground near the UNC campus in Chapel Hill. Several new pedestrian trails are open at the North Carolina Botanical Gardens Battle Park. The park is located next to the Forest Theater on Country Club Road. It features 93 acres of scenic trails and a rest and picnic area. Some visitors hit the trails for exercise this weekend. Others enjoyed a leisurely hike or took the dogs for a walk. The park is open daily from dawn till dusk. Volunteers also restored several existing trails. Well, weathercaster Aaron Moore joins us now.
Aaron, it looks like the weather's just been hot and humid. It looks like summer is just sticking around, won't go away.
Summer is sticking around, and students are enjoying this summer-like temperatures continuing into the first week of fall. But get ready to put away your bubblegum t-shirts and shorts. Fall-like temperatures are on the way.
Commonly found in the transverse segment of the colon with vascular congestion and smooth surface. Typically, the biopsy proved to be a tubulovillous adenoma.
It's a polyp. Why doesn't he just come right out and say it? It's a polyp.
Sir, do you mind?
Look at your textbook.
Could I see that pointer?
We got one.
Stopping colon cancer is simple. Get the polyp early and stop colon cancer before it even starts.
Wait.
Just get the test.
I need the credits.
Get the polyp.
Attica! Oh, shut up!
Get the cure.
Check it out, man.
What is that?
It looks like someone's belly. Yeah, probably lost it walking on the beach.
Man, just leave it. Let's go.
Hi, and welcome back to Carolina Week. I'm weathercaster Erin Moore here with a check of your weather headlines. We're about to be hit with a 1-2 punch this week as two cold fronts are going to be moving through our area Monday night and Thursday afternoon. These cold fronts are going to be mainly dry events with a slight chance of thunderstorms both days. And then we will see a rapid cool down as we head into Friday when it will feel much more like fall-like temperatures. If we look at the satellite map, we can sure see that cold front that made its way through our area on Monday late afternoon into Monday evening. It's going to continue to keep our weather cloudy, and we will again have a chance of some thunderstorms Monday night. But back behind it, the rest of the country is clear blue, and that's what we're going to see for the next couple of days. If we head for the surface map, here's the cold front that made its way through our area. Ahead of the cold front, we've got the moisture and the precipitation that we saw mainly in the mountains, not really into the triangle area. And back behind, we've got some high pressure that's going to settle into our area. It's going to lower the humidity, keep the skies clear, and our temperatures down just a bit. Back up here is the second cold front that's going to make its way down into our area by Thursday afternoon, bringing us another chance for some thunderstorms and some far cooler temperatures as we head into the weekend. So if we go to the 4-day forecast, we can see that our temperatures on Tuesday will still hover around the 80-degree mark. We'll see a high of 82 with a low of 57 and some partly cloudy, mostly clearing through the day on Tuesday. On Wednesday, our temperature will be 81 with a low of 60 degrees, and we will see mostly sunny skies. On Thursday, we'll see those clouds start to build in through the afternoon and slight chance of some thunderstorms. The clouds are going to keep our temperatures down to about 79 degrees. We may hit the 80-degree mark, and then with a low of 53 overnight. On Friday, the sun returns, and it's going to be gorgeous fall-like weather with highs in the low 70s. And check out this low, 49 degrees. First time we've been in the 40s for a while now. So as we head into October, our October averages, the average high in October is 72, which is what we're going to see about on Friday. Average low is 53 degrees, and our average precipitation is 2.5 inches, which we really need the precipitation right now. We're about 5 inches below for the year. So some precipitation would be nice, but we're not really going to be seeing anything more than maybe 1/4 of an inch out of both of these cold fronts.
Great.
So,
it looks like it's going to be a beautiful rest of the week.
It will be.
Hopefully a beautiful weekend. Thanks, Erin.
Well, and we know you're rooting for some beautiful weather down in Cancun. Erin will be getting married this weekend in Charlotte and will be heading to Cancun on Saturday for her honeymoon.
Yes.
So congratulations.
Congratulations.
Heather
Erin.
Cowan, our sportscaster, joins us now.
Hi.
Any weather or any marriage plans for you?
I'm good. Think so. But in sports, did you guys see the game?
Yes,
It was
absolutely.
Wonderful. But first, Duke knocked the Lady Tar Heels out of the NCAA field hockey tournament last year. Would the Heels get some revenge or a case of the Blue Devil Blues?
Awaken your creativity. Do your thing at the Art School at the Art Center in Carborough.
Oh, hey, John, what's up? Nothing, I'm just at Carrie's. It's just me and Carrie. John, it's just Carrie. I'm hanging out with my friend. I'm not doing anything wrong, John. John? What'd he say this time? He's just stressed.
It's not okay for him to treat you like that, Jess. Speak up. Just because it isn't physical doesn't mean it's not abuse.
Welcome to Carolina Week Sports. I'm Heather Catlin. Another win, another year of bragging rights. Feels great. Technically, Saturday's win against NC State was an upset, but because the Heels played so well, they might be favored against some upcoming opponents. Sports reporter John Leggett takes a look of a tale of two halves that make this a whole new ballgame for the Heels.
On the second play of the game, running back Barrington Edwards sprinted for 62 yards, 3 more than his season total to that point. This was the start to a crazy first half that saw the Heels making their share of mistakes and big plays.
We throw an interception in the end zone, and then we lose a fumble on the 3-yard line. So, it all kind of balanced out at the end. I think blocking that punt, Wallace Wright blocking that punt was huge for us. And when people step up and make plays, they can overcome mistakes.
So the Heels were able to run the ball, but totaled only 3 yards passing in the first half. And then it happened. State roared out of halftime, scoring 2 straight touchdowns, taking the lead by 10. Carolina fans were thinking this could get ugly, quick.
When we went down by 10, it just gave us even more energy to come back and score some points.
Enter Matt Baker. With surgical precision, Baker led the Heels down the field for 2 touchdowns of their own.
The second half, it seemed like he was more relaxed and more comfortable in the pocket. The offensive line, they was doing great blocking for him. So, he had faith in them, so he was just more relaxed.
Just seeing those guys getting together and moving the ball and doing things, that helped us get out wrestling. At the same time, we fed off their offensive energy, It was moving the ball at will against this high and mighty NC State defense.
Once again, I think you saw what Baker can do with the ball. We give him time, and it shows you that there was some poise. It shows that there was some confidence that could not be broken. This kid's gritty. He's tough. And he can be sharp.
With the Heels finding a running back and Baker and the offense clicking, Carolina fans just might be thinking the next game might be winnable.
I'm really proud of this team because they kept playing. They didn't lose their poise after going down early.
In Chapel Hill, I'm John Leggett, Carolina Week Sports.
Tune in on Wednesday and we'll tell you what the Heels need to make it 2 in a row. The second-ranked Carolina field hockey team hosted 5th-ranked Duke on Friday, and as always, sparks were flying. Those 4 letters are enough to make any Tar Heels blood boil, and it was no surprise Carolina came out fired up. It only took 3 Tar Heels to shoot it, but Allie Tanner got this last touch for an early 1-0 lead. The Heels had a chance to pad that lead, and in the second half, Duke would make them regret not doing so. With the clock ticking, Duke scored off of a penalty to steal a 2-1 victory. A frustrated Katie Tron says it's hard to handle a loss to Duke.
I always want to beat Duke. They beat us here last year to end our season, and to me, it's almost unacceptable that we allowed it to happen again. It hurts.
During the first half of Carolina's game against Radford Sunday, the Heels took 12 penalty corners. The 9th brought them their first goal. 3 minutes later, freshman Katie Schroll scored a second goal for Carolina off an assist from Britt Van Beek. The Heels finished out with a 4-0 win. For the season, they're 8-1. Senior Naomi Weatherald says they won because of the improvements they made after the Duke loss.
I thought we did really well to step up, make some improvements on what we did from the Duke game, stepping up, intercepting the ball, moving the ball around the back, and I thought possession was a little bit better today.
The men's soccer team is number 2 in the nation, but they've had their share of close games. The team tried to change that trend against number 17 Clemson Friday night. Clemson threatened early, sneaking this shot past goalkeeper Ford Williams, but a foul on the play negated the goal. After a scoreless first half, the Heels came back in the second with this rebound goal from freshman Scott Campbell. The fans danced with joy. Clemson put this ball off the crossbar late in the game, but Carolina hung on to win. Campbell says the team needs to do a better job of finishing off opponents.
For some reason, last 5 minutes of the games, we haven't been as composed as we are the rest of the game. And I think it's because we don't go up big, like 2, 3, 4-0 would be nice. Then I think we'd be more relaxed.
The volleyball team felt the winning magic of the Dean Smith Center as the Lady Heels faced off in their first ACC match against Virginia Tech Friday. The crowd seemed small, but the Heels still felt the Tar Heel love. Senior captain Danny Nineheist recorded her second double-double, while sophomore Christy Clark led with 15 kills and a career best hitting percentage of .609. Alumni were there to see the Heels dominate the Hokies in 3 quick games, with the last game ending 30-12. The volleyball team got off to a fast start Saturday night against Virginia. Nineheist put this ball away with authority. Carolina took an early lead and held on to win Game 1. Senior Camilla Ahinatu got the game going into Game 2. The kill was 1 of 5 in the game for her. The Tar Heels went to the locker room up 2-0. Game 3 was more of the same for the Tar Heels. Ahinatu finished the match with 14 kills. This unassisted kill sealed the victory. Coach Segula is pleased with the team's efforts.
Tonight, we had a very simple plan, and we were able to execute that as well throughout the match. I think we had some lulls here and there, but overall, I think we made the great effort at the end of each game to improve ourselves.
What's a women's soccer team's reward for an 8-0 record and a #1 ranking? A weekend trip to Florida. Carolina downed Florida State on Thursday 4-1, and Sunday the Heels shut out Miami 4-0. Well, guys, this win marked Allie Wingett's, the goalkeeper's 32nd shutout, and only 2 more left, and she will break the ACC record.
Awesome. Well, it's great to see that the soccer team is resuming its winning ways after
They're
kind of
doing very well.
a disappointing NCAA tournament last year.
Yes.
So thanks a lot, Heather.
Thank you.
Well, all kinds of music all across town and all for free.
Coming up, we'll take you to one music festival that gives Tar Heel talent some time to shine.
During the fall, one of the most peaceful places on campus is the Forest Theater. Many great plays are held in this place of serenity. But my favorite times are when nothing at all is going on, and the colorful canopy of leaves overhead shelters you from the cares of the world. No one knows the real Carolina like a student.
If you have a story idea, contact Carolina Week at 843-8292. You can also visit us online at carolinaweek.org. If you have questions about this program, write Carolina Week at Campus Box 3365, UNCCH, Chapel Hill, North Carolina, 27599.
What do you get when you combine good food, great music, and games galore? Reporter Caitlin Kleiner takes us to Carborough with a front row seat at this year's music festival.
150 musical groups gathered to share their music at the 8th annual Carborough Music Festival this weekend. The festival transformed Weaver Street Market's lawn into a huge gathering of musicians and music buffs. UNC senior Kate Graham was excited she came.
So I just love getting something to eat from Weaver Street. Usually, locally grown, and having somebody else play the beat and look around and see everybody enjoying themselves.
And people were indeed enjoying themselves. Families came to picnic. While some chose to sit on blankets and enjoy the music from the grass, others couldn't help but dance. And for those who didn't feel like walking, there was a train.
I'm here at the 8th Annual Music Festival in Carborough, North Carolina, where one attraction, the Little Blue Chew, is bringing passengers to and from their favorite music scenes. Throughout this town, 21 stages and 150 bands are bringing these streets alive.
One attendee said he could feel a sense of community at the festival. So could a member of the local band, Big Fat Gap.
And it means that this community cares about musicians. And that's the most important thing, I think.
In Carborough, I'm Caitlin Kleinert, Carolina Week.
Well, that certainly looked like a lot of fun.
Sure did. Looks like a great time. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Carolina Week.
Thanks for watching. Have a great night.